Good afternoon, Dawn.
Hello, hello, hello.
So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining Michelle's Conversations That Matter today. I'm thrilled that you're here with me to talk about your beautiful fur baby. Why don't you take a second and introduce yourself to the group?
I'm Dawn, and I'm from Edison, New Jersey. I have a special needs cat. He's paralyzed from the waist down. His name is Rocky. And I have two human babies, my son Robert, 21, and my daughter Brittany, 19. And we're just
Awesome.
family.
So I'm so grateful that you took the time to be here today. With my series, Michelle's Conversations That Matter, I'm out to either educate, inspire, or cause awkward conversations that maybe weren't going to happen without me. And I think that this is an important topic because I have so many people in my circle who are genuine animal lovers. They just have a soft spot, whether it's for a cat or for a dog or for a horse. People are connected to their animals. And so when I met you on the set of Be Inspired podcast. I highly recommend people check out that great series that Michael and his team have going. When I met you and I heard your story, I was so moved. And then, of course, at the time, I got to meet Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we start off? Could you tell everybody of the story of Rocky and how Rocky came into your life? And as you do, I'm going to share with them the picture of Rocky.
Sure. So my husband's a mechanic for Caterpillar, and he's a road mechanic. So he goes out to different job sites. And one of the job sites that he was on had a feral cat colony. And my husband, while working, my beautiful boy, while he was working, he witnessed Rocky's cat mom accidentally drop him while she was carrying him up on a machine. So he fell about 15 feet to the ground. And she left him there. So he was so dirty. He was full of grease. He was barely breathing, still had his umbilical cord on. And my husband called me up and he was like, Dawn, this cat. I was like, bring it home, I got it. And he was like, I really don't know if I want to bring it home because I don't think it's going to make it. And if it doesn't make it, you're going to be in bed for a week crying over it. And I was like, no, bring him home. So I met him in between jobs at a parking lot and picked him up.
Amazing. And you were telling me before we went live that you thought he was just another kitten. You had no idea. You had no idea what was in store for you. So
no idea. So I was taking care of him and planned on adopting him out. I had a couple other kittens I was fostering at the time. And we named him Rocky because he fought very hard to stay alive. So he's a fighter. And when he started walking, he started crawling like a seal and dragging his back end. I've never in my life prior to that Rocky ever saw a paralyzed cat, saw a cat in a diaper, saw an injured cat, an incontinent cat. Never. And so I can't believe I'd never seen one before. But so when I realized he was injured, I decided to, first of all, the vets obviously suggested euthanasia because the quality of life. But I was determined to help him because he was so happy. I looked at this kitten having fun playing with the other kittens, bouncing around like nobody's business, had no idea that there was anything wrong with him. And, I brought him to water therapy, physical therapy, acupuncture, laser therapy. Everything. And it wasn't until he was around 6 months old when I realized that, hey, this was God's plan. His plan was Rocky was going to be paralyzed, and you know what? He's perfect just the way he is.
That's amazing. And, kudos to you, Dawn, for wanting to give him a quality of life. I mean, that's amazing. And I get it, though. You fall in love with animals, and, nobody wants to see an animal suffer. And the thought of euthanasia because he was disabled, I can't wrap my mind around that. And again, before we went live, you were saying that most of the time, what do physicians, they recommend euthanasia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
It's actually like one vet actually said in the medical books, it says it has a list of all the complications that a paralyzed cat will go through. There's urine burn, there's infections, UTIs, sores, so many different things, a list of things.
Right.
And I said, you know what? He's fine now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why what's going to happen in the future? Why not cross that bridge when you get there?
But you take extra good care of him. So tell us about him, because I showed the picture of him in his wheelchair. He's not in his wheelchair anymore.
No.
You essentially change his diaper. So tell us about that process. What does it look like to take care of Rocky?
So Rocky doesn't use his wheels anymore because he scoots. I wish you could show the video that I just posted on my Instagram yesterday, the day before, of how fast he runs. But he scoots way faster than he ever did in the wheels, and he always wanted the wheels off when I put them on. So we stopped putting them on. I learned through Google and searching and just trial and error that special needs cats that are incontinent have to have help going to the bathroom. So a lot of people will say, and this is why there's that list in the medical book of complications. A lot of people say, oh, my cat's paralyzed, my cat's incontinent, they go to the bathroom on their own. Well, that's pretty much because they're so full of poo and pee that it has nowhere else to go but out.
Yeah.
That's when you run into all the medical complications that you could possibly run into, and some are fatal. Like you can die being constipated. Their intestines can rupture inside of them. It can be really bad. So I change Rocky 3 times a day. And during those 3 times a day, I squeeze his bladder to empty it, which is called expressing him. And that empties his pee. And then I massage his belly and massage the poop out. So he actually doesn't pee or poop in his diaper, but he needs the diaper because he has enough nerve reaction down there that if he were to drag his on the floor, it would stimulate him to pee. And then when he was younger, we called it a snail trail, because before I knew that he was incontinent or what incontinent was, he would drag around and leave a pee trail wherever he went. So it was, I was constantly running after him with bleach and cleaner. But and he also wears it to keep his pee-pee clean so he doesn't get
sick. Tell us about your advocacy work. I know that you have raised a ton of money, a ton of donations for cat shelters, right? I think Edison and others. So tell us about some of the great work that you're doing to help shelters and to help raise awareness around disabled cats.
So when Rocky was younger and I learned that he was paralyzed and he was incontinent, and I came to that, decision that, hey, that's okay. Let's move on here. I learned so much about the paralyzed small group of people that have paralyzed cats, and how much it's so hard to find a vet that even knows how to care for. I know more how to care for Rocky than my vet. Let's put it that way. So when I realized that there's cats all over the world being euthanized because people don't know, I was determined to share his story. So I made his Instagram page, and I'm going to show the world. I'm changing it. I'm determined to change the medical books. I wrote letters out, and I sent letters and information and my contact information out to a 10-mile radius of all the surrounding vets, animal hospitals, shelters, telling them about paralyzed cats. So in the meantime of doing that, the Dodo did a video, News 12 did a video, Inside Edition did a video. I made a pretty good following.
Yeah.
With the following, I was like, why not do something amazing with that following besides just sharing Rocky's story? And I started picking rescues that are near and dear to me and getting donations. If you check out RockyOnWheels.com, my daughter does amazing videos of these drop-offs. We've done a massive massive donation drop off to the Edison Animal Shelter. We did a huge drop off to a Philly rescue. We did a huge drop off during kitten seasons to 2 different rescues with formula and kitten food. We raised $1,700 for a small rescue here based in Edison. We also did we also did $500 for a TNR group in my town. And we also just finished about a $600 donation to an amazing small little.
Oh, we lost you. Oh, there you are.
Got me. Sorry. About $600 to an amazing rescue in Turkey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've
Good
done,
job.
I have not done anything. Like everybody always says, Dawn, you're so amazing. You're so amazing. You did this. You did. I'm like, I was the car.
Yeah.
And my followers are the gas.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would just be sitting there collecting dust if I didn't have my amazing followers.
Yeah.
So it's all thanks to them for all the rescues and the shelters that we've helped. So they're pretty big. And we have a huge, massive birthday party for Rocky planned that we had to reschedule because of COVID. But I've gotten over 55 plus companies that donated items, and we are going to sell raffle tickets, and they're going to be raffled off baskets, and all the money will be going to an Edison rescue. So
amazing. Great work.
A huge event hosted by Value City in East Brunswick.
That's amazing. Look at you. You are the conduit to create this and help so many other cats. So congratulations. It's like
it's pretty awesome to do. It's the most amazing. My husband went on one of the donation drop-offs because we usually do them during the days or whatever. He went on the one donation drop-off, and he's, this hard, burly guy. And he came home that day and he's like, I don't think I've ever in my life felt the feeling I felt today. And seeing the looks on this, it was a Philly rescue. And we actually met the Philadelphia Eagles kicker met us there. So we met him. And my husband was like, that was just the most amazing feeling to help them out. So awesome. It feels really good. So it's
yeah.
Really.
And shelters need help. So why not use the following that you have to help to turn around and help another cat? So let's see. I have so many thoughts here going through my mind. So say you are a cat lover. First of all, you have 2 other cats. So you have.
I have 4 total, including Rocky.
So how is the integration process with Rocky into are they? It
was honestly really great because when I got Rocky, I also grabbed another litter of kittens that were 5. So we actually kept a kitten from that litter for Rocky. And my daughter fell in love with the one kitten, but I thought Rocky, it would be nice to have somebody grow up with Rocky. So, and my other 2 cats are really older, so they really didn't mind it at all. We have a feral that I've been feeding for probably 2+ years. I have a hashtag on Instagram called Rocky's Daisy. So if you search up that hashtag, you'll see all the posts about Daisy and her progress. But it took about 1.5 years for me to be able to touch her, and then I introduced her to my cats. So now she comes and goes. We trapped her and got her shots and everything. So we technically have 5, but she's our feral girl, but she's an amazing, sweet girl.
So now, do you have a community, Dawn, that you tap into of other fur mamas that have disabled cats that you could talk to?
Oh yeah, my one of my best friends, she has an Instagram called Triumphant Tegan. She is the paralyzed cat mom.
Yeah.
She just knows it all. There's also a Facebook group, and it's a private group. So if you have a paralyzed cat, I always send links to anybody who messages me that has a paralyzed cat. And that group has about 3,000-4,000 people in it. So they're always willing to help out with advice and help out. So
amazing.
There is a small group of us, so it's pretty awesome.
I love it. And I bet you inspire people to not be so nervous about having you make it tangible. You make it like, if she could do this and I fall in love with a cat that is disabled or in my shelter who's been overlooked for the cute little kitten,
Yeah.
then I can do it. Is
Yep.
probably the message that you show by what you are doing. So what do people need to know if they're curious and want to adopt a disabled cat and prevent them from being euthanized?
So my suggestion is, number one, for any rescues or shelters that come in contact with a paralyzed cat. I know it can be scary. I know some people that don't know about paralyzed cats think, you know, the medical will just be through the roof or whatever. There's so many rescues out there that will take that paralyzed cat in a heartbeat. They'll travel. They'll have travelers come and commute to get that cat to where it needs to be. So just reach out on social media. You can reach out to me. I always share the special needs cats that need a home or need a rescue in my stories. So don't go right to euthanasia. Just do a little bit of, hey, is there someone out there that could take this cat if you guys can't do it? But my suggestion to anybody wanting to adopt a special needs cat is, A, go for it. B, spend a day or two with the foster parent of that paralyzed cat. You know, take 2 days off from work, spend 2 days, you know, learning how to change their diapers, learning how to potty them, learning, you know, how to diaper them is huge as well. Learning, also bonding with that cat prior to adoption, you know, so you're not coming home trying to change a diaper, not knowing what the heck and after you spend those few days, a day, 2 days, 3 days, maybe even a week, then go home and sit with your family and really decide whether adopting a special needs, because it's a lifelong commitment.
Yeah.
Your vacations will be different. Your days will be different. You know, you can't just go out and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to stay out at the bar and then I'm going to sleep over my girlfriend's house tonight. You know, you have a kitten or a cat that needs their diaper changed because they can die without being cared for. So I would definitely think it's definitely a huge thing. But when I tell you it's the most rewarding, next to being a mother to my kids, it's the most rewarding job I've ever had in my entire life.
I watch your videos on Instagram and I really am moved by them because I can tell the joy that you get when you see him, you know, scooting so quickly across the floor. And I love those captures that you share. So it's really amazing. What brings you the most joy, I guess, from Rocky? Is it what we see in those videos?
It's honestly the littlest things. It's seriously, you really realize the little things in life that you don't, you know. I've had cats, and my oldest cat's 15, 16. You know, they do their thing. You're good to go. They poop, they pee, you clean the litter box, they come over, you pet them, okay, bye-bye, see you later. You know, where Rocky, I'm really 24 hours with Rocky. We are so connected to each other that I literally am just, he's so in tune with me and I'm so in tune with him that there's not a minute of the day I don't know what he's thinking, what he's doing, because of the bond that we have. And like the other day, what was he doing? He usually only jumps on the one couch, so I help him on the one couch. So he jumped on the small couch, which was very rare for him, and then I held his diaper so he could jump on the top where Mittens usually lays, and he laid down there. And when I tell you, I cried. I was like, I'm gonna cry now. Like, he's sitting there and he's on that couch and he's like, this is the coolest freaking thing. I am literally the shit. Like, look at me. I'm on my couch, like sitting up here, and he was just so beyond proud of himself, so confident, so happy. It's honestly, it's the little things that make me so happy with him. You know, taking him on 2 vacations so far, and and the little things, you know, when I take him out and, you know, he gets over being nervous and he just checks everything out, and, you know, he gets experiences that are new, and be like, oh, that's kind of exciting, you know? So seeing him happy brings me happiness.
Tell us,
I
tell
live.
us, I'm sorry. Tell us about his birthday party that you're planning. I want to hear about it. And how do we get involved if we want to make a donation in honor of him?
It is going to be an amazing birthday party. I have done so much planning. It's been a one-woman planning, but let me tell you, it's amazing. First of all, Value City and East Brunswick, all the way. They are. I've gotten my furniture there from them since my husband and I got married and we lived in a condo. So they are amazing people. So I worked with them, collaborated with them, and they said, hey, we'll collaborate with you. You know, you want to make a post about Value City, we will absolutely get you some new living room furniture for Rocky, but we'd also like to host a birthday party. And they said, you know, if you want to invite and have a rescue be a part of that day, that's fine. And if you raise any money, we'd also like to match that money.
Nice.
So they're amazing. First of all, huge shout out to Value City. But I got over 50 companies. We have Ruggable, the washable rugs. We have I Hate Steven Singer jewelry. I mean, we have so many things, cat items, dog items. And we are going to set up the whole showroom with baskets. You buy raffle tickets, pick them in the baskets. We're going to have a professional photographer, meet and greet with Rocky. You can hang out with him, say hi to him. We're going to have birthday cake. I honestly haven't gone through my birthday stuff in a while, so I don't remember everything. But if you go on our Instagram, there's a birthday highlight. You click it, you could see everything about it. So we don't have it set right now because we had to reschedule it. But if you keep an eye on our Instagram, we'll let you. It is free to come, so anybody is welcome to come. Hopefully, we don't have a limit to how many people can show up when we finally do reschedule it. And all the money raised that day, every single dollar will go to Pity Party Rescue in Edison, and Value City's matching it. So it's going to be amazing. So we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to have everybody's getting a goodie bag with a bunch of good fun stuff in it, some Rocky items and gift cards, and so it's going to be amazing.
I love it. That's so good.
Cannot wait.
Does Rocky know the difference that he's making with his celebrity?
So many people say, like, I'll post a video and somebody will be like, oh, he knows he is like the center of the world. Like, he knows it. So honestly, I don't think he does at all. You know, he was just over, my girlfriend had a sleepover with a bunch of kids and they were telling him about Rocky. So they asked me to bring Rocky over. So he went and met a bunch of kids and everything. That's another thing I definitely want to do. I definitely want to eventually get him to meet some special needs kids at hospitals and some schools. We're getting stuffed animals made for him, so I want to donate some stuffed animals to some special needs schools in their classes, you know, to help educate. And the kids are our future, you know. So having a kid grow up to know that a special needs cat is just like any other cat is an amazing thing. So
absolutely, Dawn. Absolutely. I seriously, I love the work that you're doing and I love where you're going with it. That was going to be my next question. And I love that you want to help, you know, kids understand, and that, you know, you even want to touch the lives of disabled children. Like, this is all about helping one another and getting stronger. So I love it.
We're only just getting started. I want to keep on going. Rocky's actually in a contest, America's favorite pet. So there's a link in our bio. If you click on it, if he wins, he gets a 2-page spread about him being a special needs cat in a magazine. So we're hoping we win that, and we could share his special needs all over the world.
That's amazing. It's amazing. So we have your website on the bottom of our screen here. You can follow Rocky on Instagram, Rocky_on_wheels, or go to the website, www.rockyonwheels.com. Dawn, I thank you so much for being here on Michelle's Conversations That Matter. I applaud you for the wonderful work you're doing, and I look forward to supporting you and staying in touch with you moving forward.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. Take good care.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.